You're watching the Hong Kong Racing Show, the final episode of the Hong Kong Racing Show for our inaugural season. I'm Andrew Brown. He's Alex Evers. Coming up shortly, we'll have all the latest Hong Kong racing news. Alex and I are going to share our top five wild predictions for next season. And of course, we'll also preview this weekend's card at Sha Tin and hopefully find you a couple of winners. How you doing, Alex?
Good. How you doing, Brownie? Brownie, it's we're in the final 50 meters of this long endeavor, the long season. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Who would have thought we'd still be here for the final week of the season doing another show? But here we are, and it has been a lot of fun. Definitely really enjoyed it. And you'll be getting up to Del Mar what next week?
Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, do some stuff Thursday, and then racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cannot
That's right.
wait.
Hong
When one
Kong.
season ends, another begins.
It's amazing, isn't it? Happy Valley finishes Wednesday morning, the final card of the season, and then straight into Del Mar on the Friday for us. And of course, Saratoga well and truly away and racing at that point as well. So they've already had that July 4 weekend, and their summer season kicks off this week. So plenty going on around the United States. But let's talk Hong Kong racing, and there's a few news items or a couple of things of worth highlighting, I guess, from the last week or so. And firstly, Alex, I wanted to congratulate Huey Bowman on a treble at Happy Valley during the week. That took his season total to over 70 winners. I think he's up to 71 winners, a personal best for him in a season. And we still have two cards to go, of course. So yeah, he's a great rider, Alex, and he's had plenty of highlights this season too. So congrats to Huey.
Absolutely. We got to get him on the show more next season. He's a great guy and a good guy to talk to for this stuff.
He was awesome when we had him on a few weekends ago. But yeah, and of course he was at the Champions Mile. He was on Red Line, one of the only jockeys to beat Voyage Bubble this season. So that's going to be one of the highlights for him. A good Group One victory there. And the other interesting news about Huey, Alex, is he's going to be heading to Ascot in the off season to ride in the Sugar Cup, the annual jockey competition there. So he'll be a part of the rest of the world team that will be captained by Karis Teeton. So that's going to be a bit of fun taking on teams from Britain and Ireland and, of course, Europe. So if we're having any Hong Kong racing withdrawals, maybe Huey and Karis can get us over the mid-season, the off-season hump with the Shergar Cup meeting at Ascot I think it's about mid-August, August 9 from memory. So that'll be a bit of fun. The Shergar Cup. We'll get you over there sometime, Alex. Also, a good congratulations to Zach Purton on a four-timer at Sha Tin last weekend. I tell you what, Alex, we've had some good luck with guests. Zach rides a four-timer after joining us on the show as the special guest last week. The week before, Ellis Wong rides a three-timer after joining us, his first ever three-timer at Sha Tin. So hopefully our viewers have been able to capitalize on all our special guests and their information this season.
No, we've been good this season. We got Ferraris on before his classic for his big classic cup win when he won with My Wish.
We did.
We had we had a Triple Crown winning jockey come on, a Triple Crown race winning jockey with Umbi prior to journalism success in the Preakness. We've had It's been awesome, right? It's been great talking to all these guys. So much fun, so much to look forward to this summer for American racing, and then we get back into it with Sha Tin right after Del Mar and Hong Kong season, and then Kaiying Rising going to take on the Everest. How exciting! It's gonna
Yeah,
happen. It's gonna be like that in a week. You're gonna be like Del Mar's over, and we're gonna be back onto the Hong Kong racing scene.
that's right. And look, Kaiying Rising might be a good segue because, as promised, it is now time for us to share our top five wild predictions for season 2025-26 in Hong Kong. And I believe that Kaiying Rising might just feature in one of your wild predictions. Alex, take it away.
All right. And mine get crazier as they go on. So
Okay.
bear with me. Again, wild, bold predictions. Not saying this is going to happen. We're just throwing it out there in the universe, maybe make some positive energy and see if some good things do happen on these predictions. So, number one for me, Brady, before we get to you, number one,
Yep.
Tying Rising wins the Everest,
Mm-hmm.
comes back and breaks Silent Witness's 17 win streak in Hong Kong. He only needs 5 wins to
Wow.
tie it,
Yep.
six to break it. If he continues the streak, they'll have to go do some interesting new challenges, going to Australia, quarantine, and getting back. But
Yep.
that's one of mine. How about you? What's one of yours?
I like that. No, and he's not going to go to Melbourne now either. I think it's just the Everest and back to Hong Kong. So it's wild, but it's also realistic. I like it. I like that prediction. My first prediction actually includes Ka Ying Rising as well. Not only is he going to win the Everest, Alex, I think he's going to absolutely, as they say in Australia, donkey lick the opposition. I think Kai Ying Rising will win the Everest by at least 7 lengths, probably eased
Ooh,
down as well.
Ooh,
That's my first,
seven.
yeah, my
So
first
the
prediction.
over under is 6.5. The over under is 6.5, and you're going to take the over.
I'm on the overs, yeah, over 6.5. Zach Purton back at his old stomping ground at Randwick. He knows every blade of grass there. I think ring a ding ding. Ka Ying will be the king at Royal Randwick by 7 lengths or more. All right,
Let's go. I like that. All right.
wild
Do you
prediction
want to go
number
next?
2 for you.
Are we snaking or do you want me to go? We'll go back and forth. All right. Number two for me. Number two, Romantic Warrior recovers from the leg injury, bounces back in the HKIR mile, or sorry, not mile. He's gonna get 4 Hong Kong Cups. He's gonna come back better than ever, and he's gonna donkey lick them, as you would say, in the Hong Kong Cup with J Mac. We're gonna get the big chest pump and the pointing and all the celebration. Sha Tin's gonna be electric. 4X there for the Warrior.
Awesome, that would be amazing. Gish, that race could be sensational too because could they get Via Sistina for it? And potentially my next wild prediction, the horse in my next wild prediction, may be going to the Hong Kong Cup as well. Voyage Bubble, fresh from his Triple Crown triumph in season 2024-2025, uh, beats Via. I'm going to do a two-pronged wild prediction here, goes to the Hong Kong Cup and beats Via Sistina. Now, if Romantic Warrior is in the race too, this sort of makes it a little bit different, but beats Via Sistina in the Hong Kong Cup, and at least for a few weeks, Voyage Bubble will be rated the best horse in the entire world. That's my wild prediction number 2.
Who's your wild prediction jockey that rides if all three show up? Who gets the rides with the other one, or who's J Mac take?
Wow. What does he do? I mean, I think because it's in Hong Kong, he would have to stick with Romantic Warrior.
You'd have to think so, right? But he's got the connection with you Long and Via Sistina. If he doesn't, if he rides, so he rides Romantic Warrior. Does Purton take the mount on Via Sistina? They take the local
Purton,
chap.
Purton definitely rides one of them. How interesting. Could you imagine Romantic Warrior, Voyage Bubble, and Via Sistina all in the same race? That's a wild prediction in itself. And then, yeah, J Mac, Purton, who gets the third ride? Huey. Huey's riding fantastically well. But yeah, that would be, God, that would be some race.
Tabloid stuff for the Hong Kong tabloids. The media would be going absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah,
Mouth-watering stuff, as they would say.
that's right. All right, wild prediction number 3 for you.
Okay, I'm going to stick to the Romantic Warrior stuff because we're hamped up on Romantic Warrior right now.
Yeah,
After the December win, he
yeah.
goes and he turns the tables on Forever Young and he wins the Saudi Cup on a second go around. They learned the first time, they go back better than ever and beat Forever Young in the Saudi Cup.
Wow. Okay, that would be unreal as well. I'd love to see that. Forever Young. We'll get to see it Del Mar hopefully later on this year as well. Right before that, potentially. So Forever Young could be November Del Mar, and then I don't know if he'd go to Hong Kong for International Day. But that's a great prediction. I love that one. Gets his revenge against Forever Young. That would be great to see that another epic battle between those two. That was some race this year. Those
So
two.
good.
God, it was amazing.
Still
Um,
heartbreaking.
it was for you, for
Yeah.
all fans
Oh,
of Hong Kong racing. Yeah. All right. My next wild prediction for next season. I don't even think this is wild. Huey Bowman. We just mentioned him. Uh, he's had a record-breaking season this season. I think he rides 100 winners next season. Now, hear me out. If he gets a couple more winners this season, he's going to get to 75. So I need him to lift his game by 25%. But I think if he stays fit and healthy next season, like he did this season, he's a chance to get to 100. He needs to lift his win percentage a touch. and also take on about, I've done the maths, take on about another 40 to 50 more rides than what he did this year. But he can do that because Karis Teeton's had about 40 to 50 more rides than him this season, and Karis has been injured as well. So I think there's room for
Interesting.
Huey to take on some more rides. Obviously, he's going to be in demand, lift that win percentage a little bit, and he's going to get very, very close to 100 wins if he stays healthy. So that's my wild prediction for next season. Huey Bowman raises his bat as they do in cricket for the century of wins there next season. All right, you're up. Is this your fourth or
All
your
right.
fifth?
This is my fourth, and I'm going to switch up my fourth and my fifth now because we'll stick with the
Okay.
Hugh Bowman theme because I've got, like I said, it gets wilder as we go on. I've got Sky Jewelry for John Size and Hugh Bowman sweeping the Classic Series.
Oh,
Way premature. We're so early on this. But Sky Jewelry and Bowman with the clean sweep, joining the likes of Golden 60 and Rapper Dragon.
I like it. I like it. We will, if that happens, we will take this little snippet and replay it in a show next season. But yeah, I really like that. Okay, David Eustace, trainer, had an amazing year, I think, for a first year trainer this year. And my wild prediction is that he comes from the clouds next season and wins the 2025-2026 trainers title. Now, that would be an amazing feat for a second year trainer, but this year he's had nearly 40 winners and an 11% strike rate. He's had nearly half the number of starters as John Size and David Hayes. So he's going to get some more cattle. Naturally, I think his numbers can trend upwards next season. It's a wild prediction. David Eustace to be champion trainer in 2025-2026. See how that one goes.
I like it. I like it. The strike rate's there. The odds are
Yes.
there. Everything he's touching is turning to gold right now. Let's see what he
Yeah.
does with Massive Sovereign over the weekend. That's
Yes. We'll talk
interesting too.
about him in
I
a
don't know
sec.
if that's your pick or not, but I like it.
Yeah. All right. Your last one. Prediction
All
number
right, my
five.
last one. Now this is way beyond my control, but we're gonna stick with the strength of the show bump, where just good things happen to those that are in the inner circle here. And Umbi and Junior have been indoctrinated into the inner circle of the Hong Kong racing show.
Uh,
So they both get to the IJC, and one of them wins the IJC.
that
So
would be
one of
so
Umbi or Junior getting the IJC. What do you think of that one?
I love it. I love it. I can see it happening right now. That would be amazing. We need some American jockey representation in IJC in December, and I have a little feeling that it's going to happen. I'm feeling confident.
I like it.
Love that prediction. So my last wild prediction for next season is that at some point during the season, Zach Purton realizes that he's got other dreams that he wants to chase. In particular, as a full-time backup dancer for Sky is Your God, and perhaps some other musical artists around the world. And he decides to hang up the boots and retire to become a full-time backup dancer in rap videos and other musical videos for artists around the world that will potentially go viral. That is wild, that prediction, and very, very unlikely to happen. I think a bookmaker would probably give you odds of about 10 million to 1.
Maybe he becomes Hong Kong's next great influencer.
Well, he's already that, isn't he? Really,
Superstar.
he is.
Superstar.
All right, so there's our wild predictions. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitter or wherever you are watching this show, give us a couple of your wild predictions as well. Drop them in the comments. Let us know. Maybe we'll show a couple of them in our first episode next season. All right, Alex, time to look at the feature race at Sha Tin this weekend. It's the Hong Kong Racehorse Owners Association Trophy, a Class 1 over the 1,600 metres. Beauty Joy coming off that stylish win in the Premier Plate last out, where he defeated a number of these, actually, including number 2, Chen Chen Glory, and number 7, Bundle Award. Derek Lung takes over from Brenton Avdallah. The other interesting runner, Massive Sovereign, who you just mentioned, last year's BMW Derby winner, returns for the first time since November, and it's just his second run this season. You might recall he was withdrawn from the Hong Kong Cup in December with that left hind leg injury, and has been recovering ever since. Regular rider Zach Purton sticking solid. The speed map there on your screen. Alex, who do you like in the final Class 1 of the season at Sha Tin?
Like this is just a homer bias pick, but the pride of Iowa, Chen Chen Glory to end the season with Luke Ferraris, friend of the show. He's going to get the W with Patcha Theta, who was the horse that got Francis over the top to be the champion trainer last season with Bowman aboard for second. And Massive Sovereign's going to punch on for third there, doing better with later distances when he gets up to the 2,000 meters in the future. But those are my three. Brownie, what say you?
Nice. Bundle award for me. I thought he was flying home late last out in the Premier Plate to grab third. Super versatile. He's won between 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters and a mile and a half. Ultra consistent too. Gets the swing in the weights over Beauty Joy. So I think Bundle Award can run a nice mile here. Chain Chain Glory, your top selection. I think he's got a great chance here as well and should be nice odds. Was 3 wide the trip, no cover last out, and was still battling away at the end there. Finally gets a nice draw. He's been drawing the parking lot for the last 4 or 5 starts. So
Yep.
I think he can take advantage of a nicer inside draw and run a big race. And Massive Sovereign, I've also got him in for my trifecta. A couple of weeks ago, I made King Ober on my best bet when Ellis Wong was on the show, and he got the chocolates. Thank you very much, Ellis. Goes up in class, but I think he's progressive and he'll enjoy having a little lighter weight. So I'm going to go with King Oberon again, race 7, number 12, as one of my better bets on the card. What about you?
Brownie, I gotta find out what race he's in. I'll let you do that. Pope Cody. Oh, here we go. Race
Yeah.
9. And this is not a handicapping thing. We're in Delmar season. Everyone's gonna be drinking, having a good time, picking horses' names, picking
Mm-hmm.
hunches. It doesn't matter how you pick a winner, just matters that you do pick winners. And I haven't been that great at it recently, although we've been positive for the season. But I like Pope Cody. The wife and I have been watching some TV show. It's about the family that's in Oceanside, close to home. But we're gonna try to get a little price on this horse on a pure hunch play. So if this horse wins or runs really well, Brownie, I'm gonna be texting you at 3:45, 4:45 in the morning, getting hyped up because I'm gonna be big on him. Pure hunch again, pure hunch. Just what's been going on in the whole family life there, watching some Netflix shows, Animal Kingdom. But Pope Cody, coming from Australia, that's my boy.
Awesome. All right. So there's a couple of selections for you in races 7, 8, the feature race, and 9, Alex's hunch play. I like that. Sounds like it's going to be at a big price. And that pretty much wraps things up for us here on the Hong Kong Racing Show. Before we go, I do want to thank all of the special guests that have been on the show throughout the season, all the jockeys, the trainers, handicappers, racing executives, and more. You know who you are. Thank you to, of course, to our editor, Dallas Abel. He's done a legendary job all season. Thanks to all of you for watching and supporting the show. Thanks to everyone at the Hong Kong Jockey Club for putting their trust in us too to produce this show week in and week out. Special shout out to Ben Tam, the great man, who's always helping us out. And of course, thanks to my co host, Alex Evers, for always showing up and being there and bringing the heat and all his great knowledge and insights week in, week out. Any final words from you, Alex, before we wrap things up?
Oh, Brownie, I think we finished the run off strong. We finished off our run. We've done it and hope to be back next season. It was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to do this. It has been amazing covering the whole season, following it from race 1 to the final race. Cannot wait to get back next season.
Yep, well, it'll be back before we know it in around about 8 weeks' time. So looking forward to that. And we might have to freshen a few things up for next season, keep you guys on your toes. But yeah, it's been a great season. Well, enjoy the last couple of cards of the season. We've got Sha Tin this weekend, and of course, Happy Valley to wrap things up next Wednesday morning, North American time. We will see you next time. We will see you next season on the Hong Kong Racing Show. Over and out.